Let us know if you can hear us, how the sound is coming through.
And the picture.
And the picture. Maybe I ain't got a Polaroid. Let me see. Oh, we had a blackout.
Albert, Donald, Lake and Lodge, Terry, David, Ken, and Uncle Wes all here so far. Hi, guys.
So we are, let me see. We are trying something new.
Gunner.
I guess I saw this up right now. So we're trying something new. We have it on my phone because I did the Galaxy video with my phone, and I could record forever for some reason. So I figured, why not try tonight and see if I can schedule and run it through the phone and end up.
We're not gonna go forever though.
Yeah, we're not going forever. Just till
7:30.
6:30.
It is 6:30.
6:30 tomorrow night. No, 7:30 or so. Depends on how much I start preaching. I have the Bible here. Let me turn out this light so it's not in the back.
How was everybody's 4th of July weekend? Do we look Tanner?
Tanner.
Tanner right.
So how is the sound? And also, how is the picture? I'm not sure if I can. I've never done it through my phone.
Looks good on mine.
So, and I'm also hoping that this will fix the issue where
The lagging
gets off. So I'm not sure if we're still lagging. I'm not sure
Gunner
if
said it looks good.
the picture's good and if the sound is coming in clear.
Can you hear us?
Got to be more careful. I have a throwback shirt on. It's actually got a couple holes in it.
A little old school.
They did.
Uncle Wes says it sounds good.
So,
Thank you.
and I actually with the camera here, I don't have to have the my tablet because the comments come up on the screen, even though for me to be able to see, it looks blurry in this corner.
No.
I'm not blurry.
Yeah, maybe. Is it that light?
I don't know, maybe. If I turn it down a little bit, it might get the light out of it, but then it chops my head off.
You shouldn't be so tall, or I shouldn't be so short.
Let's see, we'll turn this way a little bit, but then we'll get the light over there. I like this picture better. We'll leave it. So, the comments show up on the screen here, and you can actually switch to the other way with the camera. Let's see, I hit it. I think it zoomed. Oh, there's Aaron. That side, the picture looks awesome.
Yeah.
So if Aaron's like videoing, which I could turn it this way, and we can still see it there, and the picture looks great because that's my back camera,
which is a better pixelated.
which is better. And with it the other way, Erin don't have to hold her phone. She can read the comments as they pop up on that screen.
Because I don't know if y'all knew how I walk around. I'll hold the camera with one hand, trying to up and down zoom, also keeping an eye on the comments, also keeping an eye on Juby and listening to Juby, trying to keep up. And that's why sometimes Juby's like, if Aaron will come over here, it's because I'll be like in the comments. But if they're all on the one thing I'm holding, it'll be better for me maybe.
So maybe I just need to go upgrade my phone.
It is time.
It's time. It really needs one. And that way it's a fresh start. And if this works and lasts the hour and my battery don't die out and it actually does well and doesn't lag, then I can do other build videos without having to do any. I'm trying to get away from editing.
That, and you won't need your tablet all the time and your GoPro all the time, worried about whether it's gonna be charged.
Die at 20 minutes left, or 20%, or die at 50% left.
So we're just giving it a shot.
So,
got 25 on already.
So we had a great weekend. It was kind of long. I felt bad because we left Saturday from my parents and came home and it was just everybody was leaving. Everybody had enough of the lake. We had been on the lake Thursday, Friday.
All day Thursday and all day Friday. You went up Wednesday. They went up Wednesday. A lot of the others went up Wednesday. Me and Mom went up Thursday morning first thing, and it's just a lot of sun exposure for 48 hours. And then Saturday morning, everybody was like, "Yep, time to go home," and then everybody left.
So we ended up loading up my dad's Galaxy and came on home and didn't really get burnt. But I got home and then realized that my mom's birthday was Sunday, and I hated that I missed it because I would have liked to have celebrated her birthday. And I had actually planned, if we went to the lake Saturday, I was going to go to the store. Luckily I didn't, because it would have just been a waste. I don't know, maybe I could have done it here. There ain't many people. But I was going to buy a bunch of hot dogs and buns and stuff and take my dad's grill to the lake, and where we always park and swim at the beach, and I was just going to give away hot dogs to everybody on the beach. But luckily I didn't go that night and buy them and then find out that everybody was leaving. So that's one thing.
And Miss Pat had her Juby's sister Vicky came up the next day, so she wasn't alone on her birthday. And for everybody out there, tell them happy anniversary, because yesterday was Ken and Pat's anniversary.
Yeah, 30 years.
Lovebirds.
I believe 30 years. Yeah. So
congratulations on that, guys.
Yes.
We're 10 in. Maybe we can make it to 30.
Nah.
No.
I'm just playing. She's stuck. So, I didn't cut the floor on, I don't even know if I'd said I was going to or not and have it ready, but I didn't because the long weekend and I've been busy. So I'm going to do that tonight, or start on it. Plus with the trial with this thing, we're going to drop the wheelhouse out, and I'm going to fix my mistake, which is not really my mistake. It's the manufacturer, because when they stamp the floor, they end up leaving it overhanged. And if you go back to episode 1 or 2, when we put the trunk floor, or the main floor, the trunk floor on, I explained how they don't bend their edge and it's way wider. So when you pull your measurement of 2 3/4 or 3 inch to your cut line to do the mini tubs, you're actually pulling it off of the wrong edge. So I step it back a little bit, knowing that edge is bad, but I still don't go as far as I feel like I should. But it's a whole lot easier to take away than it is to add. So here's the prime example. It didn't really work. Could I force it to work? Probably, but I want it to look good. So I'm going to end up cutting it and just moving it back, and I'll show you guys how I fixed that little mistake I made. I am human and I make mistakes just like everybody else. I'm not a pro at these by any means, or building cars. I'm just me. I'm just Juby. My video on the Galaxy really took off. So it's at almost 6,000 views, and I've gotten 60 something subscribers from it, which is great. More people to share the gospel with. But I've had one negative comment about the car. They commented and said that the car looks awesome, except for the condom tires that it has, the little rubber band tires. Front tires, the front tires got a little bit of meat. The rear tire don't, but I wanted a little more meat on the rear tire. But the thing is when I was searching for tires for the car, I bought the rim not knowing they didn't make a tire for it. So it's a 20 by 15 with a 10.5 inch lip. They don't make a 15 wide tire except for a big drag tire. So I didn't know. So I ended up buying a decent size sidewall tire from a Lamborghini. And the tires, when they got stretched on, they lost some sidewall too. But the tires were like $800, so I wasn't going to go buy another set. I was like, when I give the car to my dad, he's going to burn them off anyways. He can buy the next set. So when the next set goes on, we are going to get a taller sidewall so that when it stretches, the sidewall drops down a little, but you still got some meat, because I wanted to have the red line on the rim, which or on the tire. But the way the rims are done with the beauty rings, it actually looks like there's a red line out there because it's red on the middle chrome beauty ring, and then a red line, and then the black tire. So we'll walk over there and I'll show you guys a little bit on it, and then we'll come over here and we'll get started on the Camaro here, which most of you guys are here for. But I really think everybody is closet Ford guys, because the Ford video really took off. So I think you guys just really want to admit, I mean, it's okay to come out now. We're a woke society now, and you can come out and...
I forgot to mention that when I took Mom to the doctor's appointment today, the couple that I was talking with, the man asked me, took your business card, and was very interested in your channel. And then he goes, but wait, I do have one question. Does Mopar mean anything to you? And I said, oh yeah, I love the Mopars. My husband, Ford man. He's like, didn't you say he was a Georgia Tech guy too? I said, yeah. He goes, figured. Whatever that means.
She's killing my channel now. I don't care. I love you guys, and I love cars. So, anyways,
all of them have some kind of neatness to them. Like, they all required a bit of engineering and ingenuity and detail and design, and some of them you like, some of them you don't. It takes all kinds to make this world go around. Well, I did a really cool thing. He made us all different. And
I didn't say I didn't like any car.
No.
I just said that
you're a Ford person.
I like Ford overall, but
Josh Weber did say, I'm going to read this, a person who refuses to admit his mistakes can never be successful. But if that person confesses and forsakes those mistakes, another chance is given. Proverbs 28:13.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And that's what I try to do on my channel. I try to give y'all guys the raw, uncut me. You know, the person that I am in real life, what I do, and how I do things. And that's why I didn't want to go and fix this, because that would be no different than any other TV show out there where they take a car and they build it in an hour and they don't show you where they struggled. So
you don't learn how to work through the mistakes if you don't get to see them.
And I know a lot of my live videos, I just throw the quarter panels on and they work, and sometimes I'm like, man, I wish it would have gave me a little bit of a...
That is not movie magic. We do not edit any of the live videos. We're just winging it.
There's no way to edit it.
I'm winging it. He just has the talent.
So what comes out of my mouth and what happens on camera is there to stay. So we'll get the camera and we'll walk over here.
You want this right now? Or?
No, we'll wait till the end. I don't want to run everybody off just yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if you can...
Let me just do this?
Yeah. So Erin's learning it, so she has to have my phone. This is one of those things that, like, you know, how husband and wife share Facebooks, and when they share the Facebook, you know, it's kind of like somebody's insecure. Not all the time.
Sometimes it's just for ease.
And people not letting their wives, or their wives not letting their husbands hold their phones.
Oh, I gotta go. I got Juby's phone. Bye. JK.
But Erin has my phone, and I don't care. She can have my phone all day long.
Yeah.
But this is one of those times where some people might be worried about some unknown message popping up in that corner up there. So
we've been put to the test. He can take my phone for an entire day, and vice versa. We don't care.
Don't worry. I turned all my notifications off before.
Quit lying to the internet.
I'm just playing. I love my wife. She is awesome, and there's nothing to change that. So my dad's Galaxy is up on the up here, 18 by 8s on the front. I told the story. If you haven't watched the video, go check it out, and I tell about the story of the car and how it came about. And I'm just gonna point out, I did some more scratching today. I hate to scratch the paint. You notice I haven't done nothing to this side.
Keep one photographable side.
Yeah, one's photograph. But the drip rail, inside the drip rail is really, really thick. I don't even know if the trim will clip on, especially the other side. And this should be, you know, you guys have done drip rails and roof skins. It shouldn't be the thickness of 2 pieces of metal and then a little layer of seam sealer in it. This is horrible. Not going to name the shop, and I will explain a little bit about what happened. When I carried the car down, I had sanded it all down to bare metal because I didn't trust the OE coat. Well, and then I didn't trust the paint shop, even though I didn't know at the time who it was going to be, to remove the OE coat before they painted it because I didn't want this to happen, which is happening now. Rust is coming up, that it was underneath, and it's peeling the paint. So I sanded it down to bare metal. I gapped it. I did all the gapping on the doors with metal. And when I got there, there was like one little bitty cloud in the sky. I mean, literally, there was one little cloud. It was a beautiful sunny day. Stood there talking. Next thing I know, I felt a drop of rain. I was like, oh, we got to get it off. The sky turned black, and it poured down rain. We got the car off of the trailer, into the shop, and probably 2 minutes after we got it in the shop, it was back sunny. So the car got soaking wet with bare metal. We got in there, we blew it all off and wiped it with rags and stuff. And I asked the guy, I'm not a painter. I don't know paint and body work, but I know that bare metal does not need to get wet. So I asked, is there something that you do to treat the car before it gets painted because of it getting wet? And he assured me that they were going to treat it. So I'm thinking that that might have a part of what happened. I think the car might have sit there a couple of days. Rust might have started forming that was microscopic, and then they just went to mudding. A guy that used to work at the shop told me that literally after I dropped the car off, they started mudding, and he said they put a gallon of filler on 1/4 panel. These were brand new quarter panels. I don't know why it would have took a gallon a quarter on there. I don't know. I do know that I got charged for 4 gallons or more of filler.
Yeah, because we were like, why is there so much filler on the bill? And Craig assured us, well, the Galaxy is a really long car, so maybe it took it. So we just kind of were like, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So got white, and the guy was like, I hope you don't think I did it. And I'm like, no. I said, I'm not mad at the guy that I carried it to. I know he was going through some issues with people, employees, keeping people. We all have that issue. He had some issues where he paid a guy to come buff the car, and the guy was cutting and buffing and ended up buffing through some of the panels. I don't know which ones, and they got repainted. So a lot of things happened during this build. We're human. Things happen. Could it have been avoided? Probably. I don't know.
The communication could have been
I'm
better.
Not laying the blame on the guy. I don't want to. All I can do is pray for him and his company. That's why I haven't went and left no review or nothing dirty about what happened. He did offer to fix it, but I can't trust that it'll get done right the second time because it didn't get done right the first time. And I could send it to a shop now like it is with the thought that they say, oh, well, we're going to strip it all back down, and they never do it. So to ensure that it gets done right, I'm going to do the stripping down again myself, and I will probably spray the first primer on it, the direct-to-metal primer. We'll probably do that first part. So, but we'll walk around on the other side. I'm not sure if the trunk, yeah, the trunk. The trunk, I can tell right here, it's already cracking. I can see a crack in it. And I noticed it this
Oh,
morning.
you can see it good in the camera.
So let's see. I mean, that's how easy the paint. My dad's probably cringing, but yeah, that's paint, and then that's more, and then there's primer, there's Bondo. I mean, I don't know why it's so thick. I mean, I do know that the deck lid was. I'm down to some metal, and actually.
Carrie Cagle says direct to metal shouldn't be used, that you should use epoxy.
I mean, that's a lot of Bondo. That's thick. So it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while to get that out. And that's probably why it's cracking right there. Yeah. That's a good 1/8 of an inch thick. And I don't think it should be that thick. But before it left, we did the trunk on it. We did the trunk here. He sprayed the gray, but we did the body on it and the primer on the trunk before it left, because I had cut this trunk. I sectioned it into 8 pieces or 6 pieces. I added in this much down through here, because this used to be over here. I had to move the frame rail from underneath these to over here to put the massive tubs in it. I made it a purpose to do this trunk this way, and I wanted to do the body work because I didn't want thick Bondo, because I wanted to show off the metal where I sat and spent hours hammering and dollying and heating and shrinking this metal to where I didn't have to do no Bondo, and all my striations and all that would be thick, or be nice and
Present.
I didn't want none of that stuff to get lost. I wanted to put just a piece of carpet in right here, and I wanted to be able to open the trunk and you look and be like, man, what'd you do to it? Because it looks factory. It don't look like it's tub, besides the massive tubs. You can see it's thick on the back.
Yeah, Carrie said that's absolutely way too thick.
And I thought that maybe it was just this door and it was just the fender, because they were the only two that was showing peeling, and I hit the spots where it was bubbled up. It was bubbled up right here and there, and you can see rust under it, and it is very, very present rust. I mean, so this morning there was a little mark right here. So I just took my knife and I started cutting into it, and I mean, you can see, I mean, it does just like the back does, and I don't think, I mean, that seems like it just,
Gunner says, I know I can't be the only one cringing at this. I know it needs to be done, but it looks so bad.
Yeah, I am too. It makes me sick to like hit a new panel like that. Like, it's just, so anyways, the inside I ain't gonna do nothing with. It got undercoated lightly. There is a spot where when I hauled the stuff home, it sat there and rubbed on it, vibrating. I'm gonna get that little spot fixed. But I don't think I'll have to do anything with the firewall, because the firewall, it kept the OE coat on it. Or whatever. It kept the coating on it, and the cowl did, the inside of the doors did, under the deck lid, all that. The only thing that I stripped the OE off of was the outside, like I tell you guys to do. Strip it that way that if something comes up under your OE coat, then it's not in this paint job. And here I am stripping it, doing what I say needs to do, and then I'm faced with the same thing happening even after I stripped it down to metal. It's horrible. And I don't know how. It's going to take a while to strip this thing off. It's going to take a lot of sanding.
The first time you did it, it was just the OE coat. Now.
Yeah, and the OE coat wasn't that hard to get off. But this is layers and layers of Bondo, and it shouldn't be.
Wes said, put that dang knife away. That's like scratching a chalkboard. And Lake and Lodge said, I'm going to have nightmares about Juby and his buck knife.
I'm sorry, guys.
We're heading over to the Camaro now.
The fender came up. The fender, it's coming off. I literally blew most of that off with the air nozzle.
Air hose, yeah.
So I don't even. It didn't even stick on it. I wish the whole car would blow off like that.
No, not that lucky.
Is the sound still going good?
I believe so. Hey, Chuck from Staten Island, New York. He says he loves your channel. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wheelhouse out. I'm going to find my gloves because I don't want to get cut. I got a pair over here. I got pairs everywhere.
I went to the store and they had 4 packs and I bought all 4 because every time we go it seems like they're either missing. It'll show that they're in stock but you can't find them.
Oh, here's the other ones. I like the other ones I had because they've been worn today and they're kind of loose. These have done dried and kind of,
The other ones got your sweat in them.
These are my home ones. I actually bought them from home because I could smell the woodworking on them where I'm building the kitchen. These got grease on them. They're loose. They're ready to go. So.
Albert said, Camaro time, get to preaching.
We're preaching. So what I determined is I couldn't figure out what was going on while the car wasn't Xing out on the inside, and everything was shifting this way. The last video we tried to Xing it out, couldn't figure it out, and then I realized that if you look at the wheelhouse before, we done pulled it now, but on a Camaro, the wheelhouse is typically lean in a little bit. I've got to remind you to get roof brace set for 69 and not a 68.
Gotcha.
So they lean in. Well, this one right here is not leaning in because it's too far out. So and usually my tub line is right here on the edge of this. So it looks like I got to take off about 1/4 of an inch to get this straight, and it'll keep from pushing there and trying to shift everything.
Your arm was in the way of what you were pointing at.
Well, let me get it off.
Okay.
We'll go to there.
Go says he's sorry he's late, but he's here. Lake and Lodge said, it's okay, Go. All you've missed so far is Juby violating the galaxy.
That's what we do to Fords around here. We violate them. So, wheelhouse is out. So this piece right here is usually thin at the top. So it's usually over there. So it's looking like about 1/4 of an inch needs to come out. So I'm going to get a straight edge and lay it up here. And usually when I got it on the jig, the floor jig, I usually look to see if it's straight. And it's hard to tell on the jig because if the jig's not level, you can't tell. But I can actually get back here and look at it. Not sure if you can see it, but you can see it's sloped. And it's kicked out at the top. So I need to take the top back. That's all I need to do. So what I'm going to do is just take and split it up through here, down, cut some out of it, and then I'm going to move it over, hopefully, and weld it back. Going to get some. I ain't going to do that because they're Bluetooth to my phone, and if
turn them on.
Put them on, it's liable to mess up the feed. Try to find me some earplugs. A little something.
I didn't bring mine.
Do you need them?
You can hold this and I'll go grab them real quick. Or I'll take them in the office.
Erin's going to get her
Ear
ear protection. So I'm not sure how everything's working on here. I don't know what there's a bunch of buttons over here, but I don't want to mash on them and
yeah, don't mash the buttons.
yeah, I don't want to mash on the buttons and end up killing the feed. So Albert said don't have a laser line. Yes, I do at home, and we got some here, but we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I've moved everything to my little straight edge back here.
Y'all, he's working on 3 cars, right? Well, 4 cars. He's got this Camaro, that Cuda. There's a Cuda over in wherever.
It's on the lift.
Oh,
now.
it's on the lift.
It's getting the final touches.
And the Galaxy. So he's got 4 projects rolling at once. So his tools are spread all over the shop.
Yes, and one tool that I am missing is my scribe.
Oh,
look,
no.
I found it.
I was about to say,
it's been missing a couple days.
Scott's going to get on to you.
So, I'm just trying to see what...
I will say the one thing I've noticed about carrying this is I don't have the, you know how the gimbal floated? I'm not as steady as the gimbal.
We might have to get a phone gimbal.
If they make one.
Huh?
Y'all tell me if I'm making you stir crazy with my shaky camera work.
Yeah, if they make a phone gimbal, I'll have to buy one. I guess remind me after the show and I'll go and buy one.
Okay.
Well,
69 roof braces and a phone gimbal.
If this works out.
Yeah, if you guys are liking it this way, if it's clear and the sound is good.
And we're not delayed or talking, mouth moving and
Then the noise.
Yeah.
Are we synced up, guys?
This ain't hot rod.
I don't know what that smells like, but it smells good to me. Like I get a faint sugary smell.
Erin's huffing gas.
My smell has been off for like 8-9 months now.
I have got to go find a cutting wheel. I thought I had some in here, but I'm fresh out. But, hopefully there is some.
I think I need to order some.
Uh-oh.
Yep, it's on the board. How many are in there?
Good bit.
Okay. So if I order this week, we'll be all right.
I usually keep a stack in my box, so. Unless we're doing a lot of like frame stiffening, level 3,
Yeah.
whatever. We don't really use a lot of them. I thought I could have sworn I had some over here.
Yeah, I think I buy them every 5 or 6 months at a time, and I buy 100 at a time.
Or doing some mini tubbing.
Mini tubbing. We got a lot of Camaro calls coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, maybe we can turn this into just Camaros only and get away from all the B bodies.
And
stuff.
really have gotten quite a lot of positive feedback from you guys about the channel. So we really, really appreciate y'all stopping in and watching the videos and liking and commenting. It means a lot to us.
Yeah, I'm hoping to retire.
Yeah, Juby told Uncle Wes today that he's retiring this week. And I was like, nah, I don't think we're quite prepared for that.
I do know that next weekend, not this weekend coming up, but next weekend, we will be at Uncle Wes's.
No.
Huh?
Not this weekend and not next weekend, but the weekend after.
So we got 2 weekends.
Yes.
I was looking forward to it.
Next weekend is
I quit.
when...
I quit.
Yes, we have a longer time than you thought.
So, we will be at...
We are going to go see Uncle Wes, though.
Yeah, I'm going up there to help him with his car, so that will be another car rescue. Not really. Uncle Wes has done a lot for me, and I owe it to him. So,
I'm just going to sit in the pool.
So I'm going to go help build his car, and if he's all right with it, we might go live, and we might do some video, and he can video, and we can.
Now that we know it's from the phone,
yeah,
it's much easier. He said just come up both weekends, that'd be great.
Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say you probably should step away from the edge because I didn't want this thing
Yeah,
to pop.
flying, that's why.
But I don't know if you guys ever noticed that when you start with a new blade, it don't cut that good until after it gets worn a little bit. Plus they don't cut good if you like full throttle.
Wide open. It's got to glaze over some, go slow.
That's wide open.
It's gonna be hot.
Yes, so. Cutting through this inside piece. Yeah, it's pretty warm. I'm just hoping that I can cut through it. Should be alright. We're gonna try it right there. closing up some. I don't want to beat it too bad, but it's getting over there. I'm still liking this up here.
It's a slow process.
Yeah.
That's some thick metal.
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting a bigger wheel and trying to cut down through there, because I have there's a flange that comes over and kicks up and here, and it's kind of keeping it away from it.
Starting to go.
Yeah. Trying to hammer it that way, but it's looking better. That's over there. It'll close up. So I might go with that. Let's see. From looking at it, it looks a lot straighter. It looks a lot straighter than it was. There it needs to go over.
Bigger hammer, maybe?
Yeah, bigger.
Bigger hammer.
Just a little bit out will cause a lot when you get up higher. Get a clamp. Maybe not. I'll get my ratchet strap. Where am I? Yeah, with it. And I will pull it over a little bit with that. If I can find somewhere. Okay. All I'm trying to do is just put some pressure on it to pull it over while I tack it. I guess it's a good thing my dad ain't on.
I think he is.
Might be now. He might have missed the Galaxy scrapings. Over there, got this. I'm not trying to bend this piece, my piece of metal. I'm trying to bend the piece that's behind it inside of here, that's keeping it from going over. The big brace. So I got that there. I'm gonna put a tack on it. and then we'll stick the wheelhouse in. I ain't gonna weld it out. We'll stick the wheelhouse in and we'll see how it looks.
And we're at 45 minutes because we took some time on the Galaxy.
We're at what?
45 minutes in.
Yeah. So.
Got 43 watching though, guys. We got 17 likes. So y'all don't forget, before you leave us, go hit the like button.
Find somewhere to put this thing. Check it.
Say, where's your equipment?
Weld it out until I try it and see if it looks any better.
Oh yeah.
So stick the wheelhouse back in. I don't know why. But I will definitely, for the next time, have it welded back up. I was fixing to do the tap like I had my.
You're gonna stop your earbuds?
Yeah, and I've just got regular plugs in. I'm not sure. I might try to get them back up in there with both of them. But I'm not sure. Maybe. I usually do them one at a time. Seems to be a lot better, and you can see the angle.
See, it's got a lean to it where it's not straight up and down like it was. Yay!
Yeah, a little better. Check the bottom down here. Check it.
Check.
Yeah, I think it's a whole lot better. I do know my wheelhouse needs to go up some. The sides down. But really ain't no sense in getting it 100%.
Not if you gotta take it all back down unless you're just showing something.
I'm up.
Yeah, you came up way high.
Yeah, that's up, but now this corner is bent down.
Your drop off is drooping.
But you can see how it bends. So
if it's not in the right place, you can move it.
Yeah. And now this ain't digging. Earlier it was digging in and had this bent up, but it was down. So you got that on there. I'm gonna stick the quarter panel up on and see what it looks like. I think I got the quarter panel in here.
Is that it on the floor?
And that quarter panel is the other side. I don't know where.
Ooh, woo, Mr. Fireman is late.
Fireman expired.
No, we don't have a late policy. You come anytime you can.
I guess tonight. I'm gonna walk back here and grab it. It's all locked up.
CUDA convertible. Should be finishing it up soon. CUDA coupe. It's on the lift, which means it will be done soon as well. Y'all saw the Galaxy. Craig wants to put the Gia on a lift, or on a cart, so that we can start doing more work to it. There's another Camaro. Kind of getting close to final stages with this guy too. Isn't that the cool thing about YouTube? If you miss a live, you just go back and watch it again. Another CUDA over there. That's the Graveyard Cars CUDA. We'll be cutting it down shortly. We've got to get some filming done on that guy. So y'all stay tuned. This will be a fun build. What is that?
I don't know what it is, but it seems like they're making these things super big. Alright, it's just been so long since I held a quarter panel. But this thing's heavy. It don't feel like the normal. I'm gonna throw it up on here and just see.
Gunner said you don't have to take the roof brace off first, or you.
The what?
Don't you need to move the roof brace in first?
The roof brace, all that is correct. The roof brace was correct. It just had it bowed out in the center.
In the structure part.
In the structure. So,
Gotcha.
but I can probably undo this strap over here, which I'll have to do. All the measurements up there were right. It had and then I got the package tray right last time, but it was bulging it out right here. So, and you see when I took the strap off,
It moved. Yeah.
Wasn't much.
Moved a smidge though.
It wasn't as bad as it was. So.
No. Just a smidge.
I'm just checking everything just to see what else is going on. So there's definitely something going on still. For my wheelhouse, for one. It's like it needs to go around, down something.
First gen, are you wanting to see the trunk floor on this guy? If so, here we go.
Do what?
First gen asked to see the trunk floor slowly.
You need to move the. I made a mess.
So drop-offs are quite different on the 69.
So I don't know what I got going on over here. I don't know where my rubber, there it is. My rubber hammer went. It's showing that go down this thing. Not sure what what's happening with the. Maybe I'm going too high, but it looks right. We're struggling on this. Feeling a little better, but still not where I want. It's hitting. It's a lot better. The bottom of this is going to have to get trimmed. I need to get her up. I'm going to try this at home. Definitely showing that the back needs to go up. Let's see what the door says. The door says a lot. So it's saying it needs to go up, and then my quarter needs to come forward more. So I'm going to have to work everything forward, which I guess we'll pick up on Tuesday, next Tuesday, because we're about out of time. And
2.5 minutes.
I'm going to have to do some checking. But I won't do nothing unless y'all guys are here, because I want to continue on with the build.
Part 3 of what's going on with the wheelhouses.
Yeah. So, could be something. It'll shift forward just by shifting. And it went closed more. We got a little closer just by doing that. But I think the back needs to come up. And then this is that, I remember what it is.
The other hinge.
My door on this side. Because this feels pretty close to being right. Right here. And then I'm about flush with the end of my rocker. My door, there's no way my door gap should be that wide. But I forgot I wasn't going to do nothing to this side drastic until I get my hinge back, because right now I have a factory hinge on the lower and I have an aftermarket hinge on the top. And when I had the factory hinge on there, my door was set right. I don't know what it is, but the aftermarket hinges, they change everything. So that's why I stress about putting what you're going to build the car with and what the car's going to have for the rest of its life, because that's how they did when they went down the line. Whatever part they picked up and put on it was on it, unless that part was just completely garbage, and they throwed it away and tried a different part. But whatever the part came with when it got sold at the dealership,
They're married.
They were married. So this is an example of what happens. And my door gap's good at the bottom. It's just that hinge changed everything going to the factory hinge. So we'll get that straightened, because Brandon's about done, or I just need to pick up one at AMD.
It's in. Remember, it was out of stock. It's in.
Out of stock, yeah.
And I haven't been to run. I haven't done a parts run.
We'll go back over here and so until I get that bottom fixed, I don't want to adjust my rocker, and I don't want to adjust the thing, because when
sorry, I'm a ding dong when it comes to this.
So got it back up there going. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Hinges. Get a new hinge. We'll have that
get
next
the new hinge. So next Tuesday because I got to go get the torque boxes for this CUDA, which is an AAR CUDA. So when I get the hinge on it, I can adjust my rocker. Then if my rocker slides forward, that will allow my inner wheelhouse to slide, my inner outer wheelhouse combo to slide forward too. And then my inner structure will move forward to meet the back of the rocker. So I won't do anything until you guys are here, until we're live. That way we can keep this rolling the way that it is, and you can see the struggles and you can see how I fix it. And we'll just continue on, and then we might end up getting this quarter panel on the back, the other side. So Aaron's waving the Bible at me like it's preaching time. But
we got a few minutes.
I don't know what this is actually Aaron's. It's an ESV. So I have a
It's orange tabs.
yeah, I see that, but I kind of figure this is Revelations, so it's at the back of the Bible. Our neighbor passed away last night, or this morning. And his son.
Yay, voices are all synced up. Sorry.
His son. I have been praying for him. He's lost and don't know Jesus Christ. And I basically, told him this morning that I've asked him to go to church with me and stuff, and I've talked with him about the Lord, and he don't understand. He's like, I try to talk, I don't get him, and he sent me a message, and I told him that I was here for him, and I told him that, God ain't just going to reveal himself to you. Now, has he? Yes. Will he? Yes. Will he? Maybe not. But God's not just going to jump out and present himself to you. He's not going to, you can witness miracles for yourself. The galaxy, the build with my dad it's a miracle. Not the galaxy, because if it was a miracle, it'd probably be good. But no, my dad still being here, being able to watch the show 10, 50, how many years later? 2007 and 2008 was when he was in the coma. And literally everybody in the town prayed for him. Like, I mean the whole town. Like, literally was at the hospital. There was prayers going up, and God did a miracle in his life. The doctor said that he was dead, that he would not come back. He was gone. He was on full life support. They were breathing for him. They were circulating his blood. They were the dialysis, everything, like complete. And they told my mom that she had to figure out what to do with him, to pull the plug or not, and that she was going to have to carry him somewhere if she decided to keep him on life support. And she said that I'm keeping him on life support, and they said, Miss Macy's not coming back. Why do you think he's coming back? And she said he came to me in a dream and said he would be back, that he was just resting. My dad came back that night. It's a miracle. Doctors can't explain it. Nobody can explain it but God. And we'll have to find that out there. But we'll be so intrigued with the glory that we probably won't even ask the question.
We will not concern
ourselves with earthly things. So I told him, that the only way that you'll be able to experience the Lord, other than miracles and stuff like that, and is to seek him. And if you're not seeking him daily, he's not going to make himself known. And I literally put God in his face every time we talk. I try to let God be seen through me. I try to be the moon of the sun. I try to reflect the light that the Lord does, and I try to live my life that way. I am not perfect by no means, I have to get on my knees every day and ask God for forgiveness. But the great thing is that He will give you forgiveness and forgive us of our sins. And we will sin until we are in glory. But I sent him the passage of Revelations 3:20, which is, "Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him and eat with him and he with me." God knocks. Me standing here talking to you about God and telling you about what happened with my dad is God knocking on your door and making Himself present to you through me. And it's on you to, if you want to live like me or be like me, then and get the rewards, I don't know how to put it. You see the blessings that I have. I don't have to go out and boast about the blessings and stuff that I have in my life and what's happened in my life. I can tell you what the blessings are. I can tell you what God's done in my life, and then it's on you to seek Him and get the blessings that He has for you, because I promise you He has way more than for you than anything. And I told him this morning that if he ever wanted to see his dad again, because he said that, you know, he hates how he's seen his dad, and he's feeling down right now because he can't just pick up the phone and call him. And I was like, man, it's time to start concentrating on what you need to do in this life to be able to ensure that you see him in the afterlife. And he's like, I feel like I'm living in hell. And I'm like, basically you are. But if you think that what you're going through on earth right now is hell, you got another thing coming, because if you don't accept Jesus Christ into your life and you come before Him, it's going to be too late, and then you're going to experience hell, and that is eternal fire, torment. It's hard to imagine that, and people's like, well, if He's such a loving person, why would He send people to hell?
Because He gives us unlimited second chances while we're here on earth. Unlimited. Until the day we die, we have second chance after second chance after second chance to fall on our knees, repent of our sins, which we sin daily, and He is a merciful, graceful, forgiving God. He wants us to come to Him, and as long as we do that, hopefully when we take our last breath, we will be on the right side, and we won't be in the eternal pits of hell for eternity. But if you turn your back on Him and you shut that door when He knocks, He's not going to just break in your house or break in your heart. You have to let Him in.
And I told him, you know, that the Revelations 3:20, He's knocking. This is God knocking on your door with me talking to you about Him. And some people, it's not going to pull on their heart. Some people might go back and say, hey, I want to check into that. And nothing's more powerful than the Word. And I am not a biblical scholar. I'm not a preacher by any means. I don't know the Bible by heart, the verses. I do have them. They're stored in my heart. I do know some of them. I can't quote them word for word, but I can tell you things that are in the Bible that happen. And then Matthew 6:33 is, but seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things will be added to you. So He knocks, then you seek Him. And when you seek Him and the kingdom, things will be given to you. Things will come to you. Am I saying that you won't be poor? No. God has a plan for every one of us and everything that we go through in life. If God took everything from me right now, I'd still glorify Him. If I was walking on the streets, if I was a beggar, just like Lazarus, and if I was at the gate begging, I would still, crawling around on my knees with leprosy, I would still glorify God, because
nothing in here says it's going to be easy.
No, not at all. And then John.
But 365 times throughout this book, it says, don't worry. Don't be
Yes.
afraid.
So there's a don't worry, don't be afraid for every day of the year. And then John 14:6, Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father also. From now on, you do know him and have seen him. So basically, he's saying that the only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ. And you have to repent of your sins and accept Jesus Christ into your heart. And I'm not trying to tell anybody that they're going to hell, and I'm not trying to judge anybody. Like I said, I'm a sinner. I have to do it every day, and I should seek him more than I seek him. I'm telling you guys this because I love you, and I can't explain how I love you guys. I can't explain it. It's like, how does somebody that don't even know you love you? How can you stand here and say that you love me and you don't even know me? You talk to me on a camera, and I might comment every now and then. But I truly do love each and every one of you that watch this channel, and I care about you, and I care about your soul, and I want to see you in heaven with me. And hopefully I'm in heaven. I don't know. I might be on the wrong track. There's a lot of people that are atheists, and they say that if you live a good life that you can get into heaven, and then they believe that
I'm a good person.
A good person is the only way to get there. Well, maybe so. You might be right. But if I live a godly life and follow Jesus Christ and accept him and live a good life, then that means if I get there and there is no Jesus Christ, then I'm still able to go into heaven because I was a good person. So if you're right, I'm still going to make it into heaven because I live a godly life, and a godly life is being loving, caring for other people. But if you get there and you're wrong, oops, it's a whole nother story. So seek him. I promise you, he'll make himself known to you. I love you guys. I really do. I don't know how to explain it. Erin can tell you that my heart, she sees me cry. I want to cry now. I've cried on the channel several times. I have a heart. My soul is burdened, and God.
He is burdened for the lost. For sure.
God, I guess that's my punishment. God has given me everything in the world that I have asked for, and a lot more than I have ever asked for.
We're not talking about just materialistic things. We're not saying, oh, he gave me the car of my dreams, or he gave me money in the bank account, he gave me this, that, and the other. I think my favorite gift that I thank him for every morning is the fact that I have peace. And for a long portion of my life, I was very unsettled, very unpeaceful, I just worried. Juby would tell me not to worry all the time when we first started dating. He's like, they can't eat you, and I know we're going long, but
I'm fine.
I'm just saying, each person, when you let him in your heart, you're not going to get the same blessings that somebody else gets, and you can't look at somebody else's blessings, but I want that. It's not about that. You've got to let him work through you. You change at your pace with his plan. I change differently than Juby changed. We're still changing. We're not done changing.
Not going to be done until the day that I stand before him.
Until you go to him and he makes you perfect. You just got to let him guide you until you get there.
God's given me so much talent, and he expects us to use those talents to glorify him. And when you glorify him with the talents that he has given you, he gives you more. And I literally can do anything that I want to. I'm not bragging about it. Like, you can literally
it's
come.
It's almost a burden in a way.
Yeah, it is, because people expect me to do everything.
Me,
but
I'm one of those. Can you
but
do this? Can you do this?
I can do carpentry, I can sew, I can cook, I can do plumbing, I can do electrical, I can build cars, I can build motors,
Chicken coops everywhere.
I can play baseball, I can do whatever I set my mind to do, because God give me the ability to do that. God give me the ability to be able to look at things and figure them out without even touching it. My mind, Aaron will tell you that, like, I have a Rolodex in my head, and I can literally take a car and look at it and take it apart mentally and build it and do different things to it before I even touch it, before I even put my hands on it. And then I can, like, all right, this is going to work, and I can do it. God has blessed me with that. But God has also put a burden on me that causes me to cry, causes me to feel sorrow, and I look at people. I don't know if I've said it on here or not. I haven't even posted a video on it, because I don't want to be one of those guys on TikTok or whatever, that goes out and shows themselves doing good things to people. Oh, here's some money to this homeless man while they're on the camera. That's not the way to do it. I see people doing that. Yes, it's good. Some of it's fake. Some of it's real, but you're still not supposed to do that. I believe in my heart that whatever I do for God in secret will be revealed at a later date and time, and will be known, and God will get the credit for it.
I only hope that those videos do put into someone else the thought of giving, because I'm not a hospitable person. I don't want people in my house. I'm working on that. But I am much more giving, and it's more of a freedom, again, the peace. Like, you gonna do your tithing this week? Oh yeah, absolutely, without fail, and haven't missed a penny of it. And yearly we try to just bump it up a little bit, and he can do more with my 10%, 15% than I ever could. And
Yes.
the other 85% ain't mine either. It's all his.
Yes.
He can take it anytime he wants to.
And like I say, I stand by the road with a cross, and it has Isaiah
320.
3:20 maybe. Yeah, Isaiah 3:20.
Now I take videos of him and I post it.
Isaiah 3:20, and then it says Jesus saves, and it says stop and let's talk. And I literally stand on the side of the road, even in the rain, when it's pouring down rain, and I'm like, I don't really want to go. I think the rainy days that I've been out there has been brought more joy to me. It helps my soul, but it also hurts me, because I see people that ride by that just look totally lost, and I'm out there waving and I'm throwing up the I love you to everybody that passes, and I see people that ride by that are lost, and then I see kids just jumping up and down in the back seat, and their parents just are unaware of anything, and it's like, it hurts me deeply that those kids don't have mom and dads that are teaching them about Jesus Christ, about their Savior. But
I don't know. 320 is the headdress, the armlets, the sashes. It's not that.
what is it? It's on the back of on our shirt.
No, that's Galatians.
Oh, Galatians is 3:20.
11.
So, anyways,
Anyhow.
but I stand out there and I enjoy it. And then I miss Sunday school, and I go into the church, and when I go in, there's people in the church that say they love to see me out there. They love when I'm out there, that it really makes their day. And somebody said this Sunday, they're like, yeah, I appreciate you being out there. It's like, if one person life gets changed from that, you've accomplished what you're doing. And I said, oh, I already know one person's life gets changed from doing it, and that's me, because it affects me when I'm out there. I literally pray for the people as they ride by, and it's just, but anyways, we're going long, and I'm doing extra preaching. I promise you one day we'll move the preaching to, I'll still preach on the channel, but I'm going to move it to a special time slot once we get our life straightened back out at 5:20. We'll start doing a ministry or a weekly Bible study on Thursday nights. I think is when we said we would. So, I love you guys, and I hope that this worked out better. I hope there's no lag. We actually went like
20 minutes long.
20-something minutes long.
It's
But,
okay, y'all don't mind.
yeah, if you're still hanging in here,
We are
I
down to
appreciate
30,
it.
so we lost 15. But
Yes. So,
thank you for the 30 that hung out the whole time.
yes. And God bless you all.
Yes.
And I love you. And I guess we will see y'all next Tuesday. And we'll jump back on this car and see if we can't whip it into submission and get it going. Hopefully, we'll get the roof braces, the right ones in, and we'll figure out what's going on with it. Love you guys, and I'll see you. God bless you all. Hope you have a blessed and wonderful week and weekend. Until next time.
Let him open the door. You gotta open the door. Let him in, let him in, let him in, let him in. Love y'all.